Okay, so we have no clue as to how we're going to overtake this thing. Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Kerbal Space Program with Meter Cucumber. We are going to the tracking station because we actually have someone in an orbit around the planet. It's Abo's craft at 85 kilometers altitudes, and I'm sort of thinking of rescuing Abo. Well, we shouldn't we? There's the moon, beautiful moon. Yeah, we're going to rescue Abo. I don't know what that will give us. Generally speaking, it's randomized, the type of Kerbinaut you get. But, yeah, we're going to get her, or him. I think it's a her. Now that we've got the technology for it, because that's kind of what matters. We have actually got 35 tech left. Ooh, we've almost got enough for aviation as well. That's pretty neat. Can we make a thing for... Maybe we can make a thing before we do anything. Maybe we can make a thing for a thing. At least we can get a B re-entry module up there, I guess. Maybe Probodobodan on top, or Probodobodan stay put Nick. Just like saying that. Probodobodan. It's a beautiful way of saying things. Maybe we can use one of the old Stripe Bastards for this. Let's look at the Stripe Bastard 3 and just maybe we can restructure it somewhat. I think we can. I think that's a good idea. This thing already had the idea of blasting off and getting into orbit with a bit more fuel. I guess what we could do, for instance, take this off and then use these basically to build a bottom stage. There we go. Maybe take this little thingy off. There we go. There we are. And what we could do, hold the phone, is then take the swivel engine and then, thinking out loud here, maybe doing this. Giving it triple engines on the sides, not like that, like this. I want to snap to grid. Snap to grid is always snappy. The snappy snaps. Maybe drop it a little bit. Yeah, like this. Yeah, there we go. That looks alright. This will definitely give us quite a bit of thrust. 1800 meters of thrust. That'll get us up there, I would think. And then we gotta have this upper stage renewed. Let's put this aside for a second. There we go. Because actually, what we need is not this, but the dildo. It looks like kind of, doesn't it? We could put the Probodobodan on top and have that help us steer things along. In fact, even better. No. I think we're good. And I also think we're good in the parachute department doing that, by the way. There we go. I'm wondering one thing though. I'm not sure if Kerbals can actually enter this thing whilst in orbit. I have no clue. Can they? Does it say? Re-entry module. Can you not do that? Rerunable, collectible didn't earn. Can you EVA with this? Can you even EVA brew? You must have a remote pilot assist available. Okay, that's nice. It has an ablator. Okay. It has an ejection force of 10 for the decoupler possibility. But can you EVA in this? I have no idea. I've never tried it. It's a re-entry module. It's not a command pod. Maybe we shouldn't be doing this. Maybe we should be going for a regular command pod and just putting Probodobodyne Octo on top is what I'm thinking. And have the Octo fly there. Pretty much all alone. Little battery there. Yeah. That would rock. How heavy are these? Oh, these are barely any kind of heavy at all. Cool. However, we will need a heat shield in that case. There we go. Nice little heat shield. And then possibly maybe, well actually, no, not possibly. Quite necessarily. We need some sort of way of generating electricity. Oh, well, we can also add a reaction wheel. That should be good. Do we have anything else we can put on the top? Sort of counting on it. If we do this, that won't. Well, no, that will not work very well. Okay. Electrical systems. Let's make sure we have at least 2 of these. Just to, well, 2. I said 2. That means 1 less than this. Here we are. So 2 of those, maybe more oriented towards the top, maybe oriented towards this thing. In which case, probably 2 is not very good. Sort of oriented, and then could we maybe on the phone? Yeah, let's just. Why don't we rotate these a little bit? You know, like could we? Come on. No, not you. You. Yeah. Sort of outward. Do that a little bit. No, that's a bit much. We'll do this. Okay, that looks fine. That looks fine. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Question is, if this blows up when we re-enter, will we have problems? Because I'm feeling that we might. So having the regular parachute on top may not be enough. In that case, it's probably safer to just do this. There we are. So this is going to be our re-entry vehicle. And we'll add an antenna. I think maybe no, never mind. It won't be difficult to remotely control without an antenna. I mean, we're not going very far, but it will need some sort of engine as well. Turning on my other monitor to see how long I've been recording. 7 minutes. Okay, well, that's reasonable. 8 probably for your counting on YouTube. Yeah, we're gonna use the decoupler. Oh wow, okay, it's a T18. Ejection force 100. Ejection force 20. Oh, so the ejection force is higher. Ooh, interesting. We'll still use it. Oh no, we won't. They're huge. Okay, so this is our later stage. Now we're gonna have to do quite a bit of maneuvering to get to the Kerbin, I'm suspecting. So we'll add some extra fuel there. A nice small engine. Now this should theoretically, let's take this off, get us up there, and then we'll have time to spare. That's the theory. It's already a pretty expensive craft though. Wow. What if we add a little bit more fuel like this? Yeah, well, like so? Oh, come on. Don't do this to me, game. Come on. Yeah, that way. Alright, does that gives me 2000 delta V and then 700 to mess around with. I still find that a little bit low. I'd like to have a little bit more to rocket around. There we are. So that will more or less give me 200 extra delta V. Question is that enough? We need to maneuver up there. We really do. It's a 16,000 crippled dollar rocket. See if we can make 20 work in this case. Yes, 15 now, okay. And this should add the required delta V. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. Now we need to make sure it's more aerodynamic. And then we need to add something that will make it fly better, which is probably going to be the Delta Deluxe winglets. It's a very powerful winglet. It actually drops our delta V by 20 meters. Wow, okay. However, it will get us where we need to go. And that's what we want here. Alright, so we're just gonna add a little bit of strapping. That also took away some of our speed. Wow. Every bit of mass just sort of takes away from the speed right now. I understand that, but I don't have to like it. Alright. But what I used to do, by the way, is put the Probodobodyne in a utility stage instead. But that adds to the mass of this thing, which is not something we want to do right now. So let's not do that. I'm hoping that lower stage will get us to orbit. I'm not sure though. Alright. Pull this to Rescue 101. No, not 202. 101. Rescue 101. Save. So this thing should be able to fly all by itself and get our character back. Somehow. Alright. Let's launch. Let's see what we get. Wait, what? Jab, you're not supposed to be flying this. Okay, hold on. Jeb, get the heck out of my rocket. You're not flying this one. Launch. It will still launch because we have automation. We have the automation for it. The only thing we have to do is make sure that certain parts are pointed towards the sun. Alright, ready to roll. I think 2/3 ahead, Captain. That's not a very good launch, if that's the case. Okay. Yeah, we're okay. Oh wow, it's wonky. Right from the get-go. Wonky launchers are never good with this sort of rocket. Never. Alright. However, we are going. We're going. And we are tipping a little bit. Just a little bit. A little. 50% thrust since we're getting some air resistance now. Still going up. This may not be enough. This may be a failed rocket. Okay, now we need to dip up to 90 degrees. Slowly but surely. Yep. I'm not sure about this one, guys. It's barely making 400 meters per second. We still have to get to orbit, so well, maybe we'll make it. I'm not sure. We'll have to be very careful on the fuel consumption here, so we're going to try and do that. This liftoff procedure costs us a lot. I mean, just huge amounts of money. I mean, fuel. Well, fuel is money. Fuel is money. Well said, Cucumber. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna make it to orbit. on this thing. Not on this thing. Not very likely. Ooh, wow, okay. Actually, I spoke too soon. No, no. Getting on this stage to the outside of the atmosphere is going to be something. Maybe we can just do this now, flatten it a little bit. It's a little early, but no, actually, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. No, I think this thing is too weak. If, made it too weak. Awesome. Just outside of space. And there's no decoupler. Now I feel stupid. Alright, well, revert to vehicle assembly. These sort of things happen. That's why we have reverts. Why is there no decoupler? I'm pretty sure I put one in. Oh, it's because the decoupler wasn't working properly. Of course. Okay, so hold on. No, not this. What if we took this thing off and put 4 on it instead of 3? Would that work? How would that work? That would give us quite a bit more power, wouldn't it? Well, no. Keep trying to grab these things and it's not working. And what if, and this is just a suggestion, we didn't use these engines, but these engines, the Reliance. And then we have the other one for steering. Yeah, we'd have a ridiculous amount of power pushing us up. And we want ridiculous amounts of power pushing us up. Honestly, that's where we want to go with this. Jeb, you still in here, buddy? No, you're not. Good. Very good. Okay, now fly-by-wire might not be the way to go. I'm still not sure. I'm thinking that... I'm thinking... too much. No, I'm pretty sure this is not useful. This is not I mean, it doesn't seem to have a door. And if it does, I'm not sure how this door works. I mean, it doesn't even seem to even have a ladder. Is that the thing on the side there? Is that sort of the ladder? Is that how it works? Is that the entrance? Because here it's very clear what the entrance is. I don't even know. Okay, well, I think we've sorted our shit now, except for this. And you should always be on, silly git. We have not got any kind of... Yeah, okay, so rescue 101. Any kind of advantage. Alright, we're going to try and get this thing into orbit, at least. Without anyone on board. That's problem or challenge number 1. Challenge number 1. Here we go. I guess we'll go for full throttle initially, and that's definitely a very good launch. I like it. It's a good launch. And kick it back to 2/3 because we don't seem to have the need to go any faster at this point. Look at that speed go. Holy smokes, man. Yeah, this thing is going up quick. Once it hits 200, well, lower it down to, yeah, to 50% power. There we go. We are going up fast. I like it. I like this. This is much better. Much smoother than the initial launch. We're almost at 6 kilometers, still going. Still going. 300 meters per second is the moment you can really start to tip over without too much consequence. There we go. And we're off. We are off. I like the fact that we are off. Just pushing it a little bit further out. Oop, not too far now. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, no, we're fine, we're fine. And then more towards the 90-degree angle here at 1/3 speed. I think that's safe now. 20 kilometers. We're doing this more efficient, which is nice. Here we go. How high up are we? 41 kilometers and rising. Going faster and faster. Not a quarter of fuel left. Keep it on that app or on that. Ooh, there we go. Keep it on there. There we go. Now we're looking at. Yeah, we're looking at something that's gonna make it to orbit. Good. We'll try and match the orbit of the Kerbinauts in trouble. If we can. And match. Okay, right, that matches it somehow. We still have fuel left, which is nice. Kind of wondering if this is our goal or target. Set as target. Okay, so we have no clue as to how we're going to overtake this thing. I'm thinking we need to. Yeah, I think we went up way too early. Once we hit the apoapsis, which is slightly above the periapsis of this thing, we're gonna hit the boosters, and then equalize the. Equalize things. Yeah, okay, we're in space, so now we can start pushing outward. Hopefully a bit more vigor now. To be going much faster. And we are going quite a bit faster than this. Okay. Gonna go full power for a second, because we're very close to the apoapsis. We have plenty of fuel. We need to make it to that maximum speed we need to stay on top of things, or not on top of things, if you will. Stay in space, really. I mean, this is only 81 kilometers up. I'm just gonna push out a little bit. The engine that we have for this is not the best, but so far so good. Alright, we seem to be in a little bit of a wonky orbit, but we're getting there. Let's see if we can make this closer to the other one. There's the periapsis. We're pushing the peri out. Okay, that's 70 kilometers up. Apoapsis, okay. So we're now in an orbit. Now the trick is, with this sort of thing, to either be lower or over your target. Now the problem with lower is, that this is a very obvious problem, that lower is really lower. I mean, 72,000 meters. This apoapsis is 86, periapsis is 80. So technically what we need to do, our apoapsis is at 89, is now at least equalize the periapsis to 80. And then get higher on the apoapsis. Well, we will automatically gain some altitude on the apoapsis. That's already good. And eventually we will meet in the middle. That's sort of the idea. So we're going to just simply... well, first off, I'm going to save the game. Because this is a very tricky maneuver. And we may not make it in this video. But I'm going to try and show you at least the basic idea. Anything in a lower orbit than your craft will always go faster than you. That's basically the whole thing here. That means that if you want to equalize your orbit with that of another craft, you either have to go faster than that craft and wait till you intersect and then slow down, or go slower than the other craft and speed up. Eventually. What we're gonna do in this variant is technically go higher. That means technically going slower at the highest point. And then slow down until we get to a point where we intersect. That's the deal. That's what we want to do. Now, as I said, I'm not sure if we're going to do exactly that, but we're gonna sure as heck try. Alright, let's... we're also not entirely on top of this thing here. I think we're still a little wonky, but we'll take it, I guess. Alright, warp here. I'm gonna warp around the planet for a second. You'll see that since we are going slightly faster, we'll probably come a little closer to the other vessel. Alright, so we're first going to try... There's a big try. Oop. Try and gain a little bit of speed so we equalize our periapsis. To about 81, I think it was, wasn't it? 80. Well, that's reasonable. Alright, so periapsis 89. Our periapsis... Wow, we are still miles apart, it looks like. Well, not necessarily. And then, from the periapsis, we're going to try and push out our apoapsis so that we're slower on the outer rim. I think we need to lower this a little bit for its periapsis to be close to ours. Although, well, I think we're actually... Because this is going up... No, we're fine, we're fine. Alright, forget this. Do we still... How much power do we still have? No, we're fine, actually. We're charging. Okay. How about you? Ooh. Stop twisting. Stop twisting your twist. Don't get your panties in the twist. Or something. Alright. Yes, we actually do need to be right there. Stop maneuvering. And zoom and... warp there. I'm not sure if we're going to do it in this video, but we sure as heck are going to give it a go. Alright, here we are. We're ending up at the periapsis. And what we'll do is the following. Maneuver ourselves to this. Oop, here we go. And then give it a little bit of a chuff. And we're going to 110. As you can see now, this has changed considerably. This hasn't changed, which is exactly what we want. And then, hopefully, maybe, at some point, we're going to intersect with this thing. Now, there's one way of doing that. That generally works. My electric charge is not charging. Why my electric charge not charging? Seriously, why? Are we in the dark? No, there's a sun here. Use your damn panels to look at the sun. Look. It's the sun. It's the sun, baby. Woo! There we are. Should have put the panel somewhere else. I guess. Yep, now it's charging. Okay, never mind. If it's oriented like this, we're fine. We'll just have to reorient once we get back or something. Yep, now we're charged. There we are. Now, as we maneuver around, you will see these markers. I'm pointing at my screen, dumbass. These intersect markers come closer to one another, or rather change position. Because we are going a lot slower, technically, at our apoapsis than this thing is. So eventually, they will get closer to each other. That's the theory, at least. That's the theory. We may need to do some burning at the periapsis. I think that's probably required. Just give it a bit more nudge. And then hopefully... Alright, let's just warp here. Turn on our sassy sass. And get it into a position where... like that. Okay, actually that didn't do much for our... Okay, we're actually not pointing towards the sun. That's not so good. Just have at least one panel aiming at the sun. Unless we're behind the planet, in which case, well, you don't get much sun to begin with. Alright, let's see what this does for us. So now the rendezvous will probably change a bit more drastically. Hopefully, maybe, possibly. And we're at 30 minutes in, so I am going to leave it here. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like and a comment. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll see you all next time as we continue our rescue mission.